Hey, good morning, you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's time to get to carving on this thing. So this will be video number 2 on this Young Nails sign for my buddy Habib. He's got a big business, and I'm making this as a gift for him. So this is that flame, what they call flame box elder or fire box elder, which I just am in love with the grain on this board. So I've got the layout all done. And you saw this, most of this on the last video, but what I did different is this thing kind of went wonky on me a little bit, so I had to straighten it up off of these straight edges. This one was perfect, but this one just, I don't know. Because this is what happens when you blow something up from very small to make it big. It looks perfect small, but sometimes when you blow that up and you make it big, you'll get pixelation, which I did a little bit here, and sometimes these things aren't quite on. In line. So what I did was I just drew lines. I'm going to carve that first because I don't want to take a chance and lose that. So these are going to, everything's going to be outset. These letters are going to be inset on a little outset island, and then this is all going to be background. My main goal on this is to have as little color as possible because I really am showcasing the board on this more than anything else. I want to showcase this beautiful grain, and I don't want to cover anything up that I don't have to. So anyway, let's I'm going to turn this around, and when we come back, we're going to fire up the router and we're going to get into it. All right, boys and girls, so I've got the profile bit in. Being as I've got tons of space here, I want to cut this first because this that line, anything that I have that's special or tricky, I always want to do and get out of the way just so I don't lose concentration and miss what I need to do. So I'm going to do this first. I've got the profile bit in, and I'm set at 1/4 inch. So I am excited. This will be my first time ever cutting flame box elder. Wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, so let me give you my first impressions of this, carving this flame box elder. First of all, it smells a lot like the white poplar. And it actually carves a lot like the white poplar. Carves really, really well. You can see that I made double cuts going around. Whenever I'm carving something for the first time, I'll stay away from the line a little bit, especially knowing this is all going to be background. I knew I had a lot of room for error if I wanted to stay way away from the line and then come back and kind of trim it up. And that's what I did. So now I'm a little bit more confident. Now, we had no knots here. We're going to have a knot not, we're going to go through here. So I'll always be a little careful. I always want to be aware of what the grain pattern is in the board, so I can be not surprised at any point. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll go ahead and cut this down here on camera, and then I'll probably do the rest of all of this off camera to save some time, and then we'll jump down here. So again, profile bit, and I'm at about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, guys. Again, no big surprises. When I cut through that knot, I could actually, the funny thing is, it went from the smell of the wood through, and then I started smelling the star bond as I cut through that knot. Anyway, so no big surprises here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this off camera, and then when I come back, we'll do this, these little letters down here. Alright guys, so I've got all of this done up here as far as the profiling goes. I also did my box around here, same depth, 1/4 inch with the profile bit. Now I've backed the profile bit off to about 1/16, just a hair over 1/16. Now I'm going to cut these little inset letters. Again, remembering the way I do it, guys, I could cut these with the carving liner bit. But I will always choose the profile bit if I can make it work, just because it cuts so much better than the carving liner or the old SC50, which only has one flute. If I can possibly make the profile bit work, then that's the one I will always choose, because it's twin fluted and the design is great, and I will always pick this one over the carving liner if I can help it. So here we go. All right, so we got all the detail work done. Now we just have to cut the circle, and I'm going to, again, because this is all going to be background, I'm going to cut on the inside of the line. I got my profile bit set at about 1/4 of an inch. Here we go. All right, guys, so what I've started to do here is cut a fat cloud, a fat line around all of this stuff on the inside of the circle and around all of my images here. I just need a little extra breathing room when I go to do my background. So I've already done a little bit here. I'll show you here what I'm doing. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, guys. So I didn't say, oh, there goes our compressor. Sorry about that. So I'm using the 90-degree bit and I'm set at about 1/4 of an inch, something like that. So that just gives me a nice fat line so that I don't have to get so close when I go to do my actual background. So I'll finish this up off camera, then we'll come back and we'll get into the background. Okay, so we are going to do something a little bit different. I've done this diamond pattern before. This is something I came up with a while back, but I've never done one with a really big router bit like this. This is still 1/4 inch shank, but it's a 90-degree, 45-90 degree, which is kind of confusing. One is included, I think, or inclusion or something. But anyway, it's basically cuts. It's a 90-degree bit, but it's 3/4 inch cutting diameter, even though it's a 1/4 inch shank. And the reason I'm going to use that is because I want my diamonds to be bigger than my normal just 1/4 inch bit. So this is an Amana bit. If you guys are interested in it, I'll have some details down in the description below. If you guys want one, let me know. I can get one from Chris over in Amana and probably get a good deal on it for you. But unless you're doing something like this, I hardly ever use this thing. But in this particular case, I want a big diamond pattern, and I think it'll work well. So I am going to rotate my board so that my lines are coming straight to me. Oh, and I'm also making this because I'm taking out so much wood rather than going full 1/4 inch all in one shot. You guys, if you've been watching me for very long, know, and I say this on a regular basis, if you can't hold a really good line going full depth, make it in 2 cuts. That's exactly what I'm going to do here, because this thing takes out so much wood at one shot. I've got it set at 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to go back and make all my cuts at 1/4 of an inch. But I'm going to do a sample area in here of exactly what I'm going to do, and you guys will see that. Oh boy, I better shut up now and make some sawdust. Here we go. Okay guys, so this gives you an idea. That's my first cut at 1/8 of an inch. Now what I'll do is I'll go over all of those lines at a full 1/4 of an inch. I'll reset my depth at a full 1/4 of an inch, and hopefully that will give me my diamond pattern that I'm looking for. And we'll kind of close up those spaces in between those little squares there. At least that's my theory. I hope it works out that way.
And I'm sticking to it.
I hope it works out that way. All right, so I just reset it at a 1/4 of an inch deep. All right, here we go. Hang on. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to have to go in and kind of trim those up a little bit. Some of those diamonds are not quite like I like them, so I'm going to trim those up a little bit. I've got some flats on there. I'm not doing any, I don't think I'm doing any black background in here, so that's not that big a deal. But I need to try and get rid of those burn marks, so I'll probably do it with a router. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can right now. These burn marks in here, let me see if I can get rid of those. So I need to do some sanding too, but I want to get rid of those burn marks if I can help it. Anyway, guys, that kind of gives you an idea. This area here is pretty much done. I'll need to put in maybe a couple more lines and trim some of those little pyramids or those diamonds up. Oh, I missed that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up the way I've done this, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Hey guys, alright, so what we've got here is I went ahead and I finished up that diamond background with that big bit, and man, it was a pain. I didn't realize all the issues that I was going to have with that. I do like the results. I love the results. which you guys are going to see here in a second, but there's some issues that I want to go over just so you guys, if you try this, just to be aware of that I kind of learned the hard way. So babe, if you want to come down here. First things first, you guys saw in that last scene that I had quite a bit. I think I did this area first. Yeah, I think I did this area first, and I had quite a bit of burn marks in there, and then I took some of those burn marks off with the router bit, and I did a lot of that, but in some instances it just wanted to keep burning. So what I actually did is a lot of the burn marks I took off with my regular 90-degree bit. For instance, this right here, if you look real close, right in this area, you can see, as a total you wouldn't see it, but in this area, because I'm showing you, I actually used my 90-degree bit, my little one, my regular 90-degree bit, and I took the burn marks off with that, most of them. Some of them are still there. So just to let you guys know, just the background on this, I've spent about 3 hours, literally, and I'm not done yet. But let me show you how I'm going to take the rest of the burn marks off, and there's some there. Do you guys remember I showed you these a while back? These are these little sanding sticks that somebody turned me on to, and I've used them from time to time. They're different grits, and so what I'm doing is, this is where these are really actually coming in handy. I'm going to use the 180 grit, and like, I don't know, are you on that spot right there?
Move your paper.
Are you on that spot right there? So because it's a flat, and if there's a burn mark on there, I can actually sand it off. So, and like I say, I'm not done yet. I've still got more burn marks. Now normally, on my normal signs, this would all be black, but because I am really showcasing the wood here, this is all going to be clear. I mean, I'm going to put a finish on it, and this is all going to be seen. So I've got to take all my little burn marks, and I've got to sand them off individually. So I've still got a lot of work to do on this, but this thing is gone, this video has gone so long right now. So and you guys, if you go back and watch that last scene, you'll see I had a bunch of nicks in here that I had to touch up and straighten out. I had a bunch of nicks in this thing, so I think I've got all my little nicks taken care of. But anyway, these things really, you don't use them, I don't use them a lot, but when I have them, when I need them, man, they're handy as heck. I really, really like these things. So if you guys want them, we've got them in our Amazon store, but you could find them in, I think we bought them on Amazon, didn't we? Yeah, and they come with like 5 extra belts, I think, of each grit. So handy as heck. I don't know what they cost, but whatever they cost, they were worth it. So that's that. Oh, the other thing is, I found out on the last scene. Oh, well, we got the air conditioner going, so I'm trying to make sure. Sorry about the yelling, guys. So on the last scene, you saw that I actually made it in double passes, and I was still getting burning. So I actually made all of these cuts now beyond that one area that I did. The rest of them I did in 3 cuts. I did 1/8 inch, then 3/16 and 1/4 inch. So that helped reduce the burning as well. So you can see that, yeah, it's time consuming. Again, you know, the time that I spend on it, I'm happy with the results. So what we're going to do on the next step, on the next video, this video is, we're done on this video, but on the next video, I will have sanded this off. The only black is going to be these letters. I'm going to mask all that off, spray it black, sand it off. These are going to be wood color. I'm going to sand these off, but then I'm going to come back and so on the next video, and I'm not sure you guys will see it. Ooh, bless you. You guys will see the next success video. What am I trying? Succession video. That's a good word. Yeah. I'm thinking faster than my mouth will go. Anyway, so in the next video, you guys will see this will all be sanded off, and I'm going to use a critter sprayer, and I'm going to put a really nice finish on this thing. I haven't used a critter sprayer on video for a while, so I'm going to use a critter sprayer and put a really nice finish on this thing. I'm thinking at least 3 or 4 coats, but I might put 6 or 8 coats. I really want a nice finish on this to showcase this grain. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to paint the brackets and the Y and the N. I'm going to paint those black like the logo is. So that's what you can expect to see on the next video. But anyway, this one's gone long enough, and I'm tired. I need a nap. Anyway, but I'm happy with the way it's coming out so far. So thanks guys for watching. I hope this was helpful. As always, email me if you have questions, eric@makeawoodsign.com. If you need supplies, router bits and the stuff that we have, it's over at the website underneath sign carving supplies. Again, let us know if you have any questions. We're on Instagram every day, Make a Wood Sign. I'm gonna be on Pinterest very soon. It's gonna happen. I'm working on it, and that's it. I am spending more time on Facebook too, and you guys, probably a lot of you know that. So I'm getting back into posting stuff on Facebook on a regular basis. But anyway, we love you guys. Hope you guys liked what we did here. We got more to come. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.